it's your girl Krissy. You already know what it is. All right, so I'm gonna try to keep it really short because there's a lot to talk about all in like one setting. So yeah, I haven't been vlogging lately really because there's been a lot going on, obviously, which I'm gonna talk about. So long story short, I'm moving out of my loft. This is my last vlog in my loft. I'm trying to hurry up and do it right now before I have people come in and inspect the loft and everything. But long story short, it is very bittersweet. I'm moving out for a few reasons. One of the main reason, I'm just be 100% real. I am in debt right now and I need to catch up. I need some time to like really sit back and, you know, collect my thoughts and really figure out what I really want to do. I'm kind of in a space where, well, I was in a space where I'm not where I wanted to be, but I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be at the right time to get to where I should be, if that makes sense. It'll only make sense to me, but I'm in like this weird space of like, I guess it's like a transition period, you would say, but not where I want to be, but I'm doing what I got to do for right now because it's the right place at the right time where I'm supposed to be to get to where I ultimately want to be. So with that being said, yes, I am in a bind right now where I'm trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to get out of that bind, and I can't really do that if I am paying the amount of rent that I'm paying. And especially right now, since I'm in between jobs right now, I do start my other job in the next week or two, thank the Lord. So it wasn't really that hard for me finding a job. It's never really that hard finding a job, and it's a pretty good, decent job too. I'm actually back at the airport where I should have never left. Because that casino life, waking up, going to work at midnight just was not for me, and it'll never be for me, so I'm good. Y'all can have that. But yes, I'm back at the airport. I love the airport. You can walk around freely. I don't want to say walk around freely, but you're in a space where everybody's coming and going, so you meet a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. And you never know who you'll run and bump into. You'll never know who you may meet at the airport. And it's always like it's always a place where you don't necessarily have to work in groups. You can work alone independently, but you still, you know, if you're an independent worker like me, you'll find that very beneficial to you if you do want to work in a setting like in the airport, because you don't work in large groups. So you work by yourself as long as you know what you're doing and you're expected to do what you're supposed to do, and then that be that. So yeah, so with that being said, I'm moving out of my loft today, and I'm moving back in with my pops temporarily until I figure some things out with my living situation. I am blessed to say that I was able to have a few options of, you know, moving out. Where am I going to go? Am I going to go here? Am I going to go there? A lot of people don't have that. So I am blessed to say that I do still have parents and family that want to help me out. And thanks to everybody who reached out and offered to help. I love you guys. So yeah, it's a bittersweet moment. I'm not at all upset about anything that's going on. I'm not pissed. I'm not boohoo crying. It's life, you know what I'm saying? And as adults, you make certain choices, and with those certain choices, there are certain outcomes that you have to expect. There isn't any way around it. I wasn't really tripping about, one second. Okay, perfect. So that was DTE, that running behind on coming to shut the lights off and everything. So I still got time to vlog. So yeah, like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm moving back in with my dad for the time being. I do start classes today. So that's, I guess, another good thing that's going on besides all this catastrophe and all this mess. I do start classes today. I'll have online classes. Well, one on one campus, one lecture class, and I have 2 online classes. So yes, so updates, back at the airport, back in school, downside about all of this is that I don't really have that much space to vlog over my dad's, so you guys probably won't see as much content as I would like for you guys to see. And it wasn't like I was vlogging all like that anyway, but it's still, I just still had a few good ideas I wanted to get out there. But it is what it is. I'll find a way to make it work. I'm extremely happy, you guys. I just feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Like, even though I did have my own space, even though I did have my own freedom, because I walk around naked and all of that. I love walking around naked. But it's all about sacrifices. It's all about and if you have the support during your transition periods, that makes it even better, right? Type of support system. It wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be this easy at all without a support system. And everybody goes through things. It's not anything new. It's just that for right now, I need to get in a space where I can actually save money instead of just, paying rent and struggling and all of that crazy stuff, and then getting behind on it was kind of like, should I really stay and tough this out, or should I just go? So I'm like, okay, something's got to give. I can't fake it until I make it no more. Something got to give. I got to figure out what I need to do until the time being. I'm giving myself 6 months, probably not even that, to find another space, because I just love having my own space. It's like, it's nothing like your own. And when you have things that you're used to, certain routines and certain things that you like to do, and you're not able to do that living with somebody else, it can drive you crazy. And for a certain period of time, you're used to not waking up to anybody. So it's just like you waking up to people, and it's like, okay, I gotta talk. I gotta engage in conversation. Like, I can't just roll over and have a conversation with myself and just be mute and quiet if I wanted to. I have to actually engage and force myself into a conversation, and it just doesn't work for me. I did have the option to move back home with my family in Saginaw, but since I was already on the move looking for another job and going back to school here, that's the path that I chose. That's the route that I chose to take. So going back home wouldn't have had made sense, but it definitely could have been changing everything else around me. My whole lifestyle would have changed. And back home in Saginaw, it's a lot slower. It's not as fast as the city life here, and that's not even the point. The point is that once you're used to just getting up and going whenever you feel like it, you can do that where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And then I do plan on going back home in a few months because my sister's expecting twins. Yay! I do plan on going back home in a few months to help her out when she's in labor, and when she's has the twins and everything. So I want her to feel like she has a support system from her family, especially me. So yes, school will be out probably. School will probably be done about the 3rd week of May. So that'll be perfect timing. And then work, I'll figure that out. There's nothing like finessing, like putting in a little finesse in there. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like finessing a little bit. But overall, I'm just super excited, you guys. I'm not thinking like I'm taking a loss or on anything. I don't look at it as me taking a loss. I look at it as me taking a lesson and flipping that into turning around into becoming a better person, and also being more organized and strategic and planning things out when it comes to my finances and when it comes to my financial independence and freedom, and for my own freedom. You know what I'm saying? So I have to figure out a way to just maintain my stability by doing what I love and not always hopping from job to job too. That's something I do want to also learn in 2020, because it does get old. It does get old. I done pretty much did every single thing you could think of, but right now I just want to be in the space. I want to use this job opportunity to get in a space where I can be able to create my own wealth through my own streams of income, doing what I love to do, whatever that is. So yeah. And then One thing I can say, it would be hard getting around with my dad because he's older. My stepmom and my dad are older, so they don't really do much. So if I'm out for a long period of time, they ask me to grab something, I like really have to get it. And I really have to get it back to them in a timely manner if they really need it. So that's kind of like the downside about this all. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? God will lead me, Spirit will lead me. Everything you do is for a reason. Everything the divine teaches you, everything the divine throws your way is for a reason. And I feel like this reason, for some strange reason, I feel like all this is happening for something great. I'm being set up and put in a position for something great and magnificent to happen. And I can't wait until months later I come back and I tell y'all to watch this video. Y'all remember what I said about all of this happening? Because that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, I am about to finish. Let me see here. So yeah, I'm about to finish go ahead and cleaning up and putting some of this stuff aside. I'm going to take some of this trash out and figure out exactly what I'm gonna do when I get to my dad's house later. And that area is so kind of like dull, right? So I'm like downtown Detroit in the middle of everything. So if I did want to go out, everything would be like right here. Down there, not so much. It's a library, it's a bar, restaurant, LA Fitness, and up the street there's a lot of restaurants, a Starbucks. Well, I guess I can go to Starbucks. Cool. Yeah, whatever. But it's a cool area. It's a cool family oriented area. You know, if you're married or with children, it's a nice area to live in if you have a family. But I am gonna miss my loft. It looks so empty now, y'all. It looks so freaking empty. I will always keep this place in my memory, but I have to move past it because it was never mine. It was just a temporary situation because I'm destined for greater things and I have to go through some things to get it. So yeah. I have to get back on getting my own place. I'm gonna probably start back looking. For my own place again, maybe March, so I can stack some bread up a little bit, clear some debt, pay some people back. Yeah, and then you just get rid of all of this. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I'm giving away a lot of old clothes to the Salvation Army, clothes and shoes. Anything, you name it. I'm just decluttering and really just starting over fresh. And talk to my dad over the phone. I'm prolonging it. I don't want to tell him I don't want to move back, blah 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 blah. But he was just like, yeah, my door is always open for you. You know what I'm saying? Even though back at home in Saginaw I would have bigger more of a space, but it wasn't on the path of what I was trying to do with school. So I am going back to school right now for digital media production. So I'll at least be able to produce better content and hopefully get a better camera so I can produce a little bit more, so I can produce better segments that looked more produced and look like I'm more on set instead of just sitting in front of my camera or my iPad recording vlogs. I do want to get back into interviewing and producing my own segments, which is why I decided to go to school for digital media which is why I decided to go to school for digital media production. This is a whole new career path for me. I was in school for journalism and I decided not to go back to that route because I don't want to write anymore. I decided to do something that was going to help my vlogging segments and that was going to help me become more comfortable in camera because I do get nervous a lot. And I want to get back to interviewing, like I told y'all in the previous videos before. I want to get back to interviewing people, but it's gonna be a whole different approach of how I'm gonna do things now. And school will really help me be a little bit more polished than what I'm already doing. So, and then with the digital marketing, things are a little slow with that, but I'm definitely gonna pick that back up because they actually have a marketable digital production class that I'm gonna be taking next semester. So. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. So with everything, moving out of my loft, losing one job I was at into jumping right into another job closer to, the airport is closer to my dad's anyway, so that's another plus. Going back to the airport, going back to school to take up my time a little bit and being more productive, planning more better content, planning more segments, and figuring out how much, and just planning how I want to spend my money, where my money is going to go, figuring out how I'm going to get more streams of income to pay my debt off, and then boom, June, July, I'm back in my own place. That's where I want to be in the next 6 or 7 months. And there you have it, my manifestations for 2020. Okay, y'all, I'm not going to be long. Like I said, feel free to comment below any suggestions on how I should save money and what I should do with, or how I should start producing better YouTube segments, interviewing people, or comment below on who I should interview for my upcoming YouTube segments, because I do want to start a series. So yeah, you guys, that was a quick brief update on my life, everything in a nutshell. And it sounds like a lot, but I'm honestly, you guys, I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine the way things are going. I trust spirit. I trust the Lord. I trust my gut. I trust God. I trust the universe. I trust God. I trust everybody else. I trust that everybody else will be supportive, and I'm thankful that everybody is supportive of me now, and I'm thankful of all the support I've been getting through this whole process, because it was not easy at first. At first it was not easy, but then gradually, as I just became alone and just sit and think to myself, and I was just pressured, what you gonna do, what you gonna do, where you gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna do, I was just like, I just need time to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. So when I sat down and really figured out what I was going to do, I literally wrote everything out, the pros and cons about where I was going to stay and what I was going to do. I just kind of, took my decision from there. So yes, I was being tugged and pulled a lot and pressured. I felt like I was being pressured into making a decision, but I had a really strange dream about this white tiger. This white tiger, I believe it was God. This white tiger was it. So I had a dream about me dreaming about a white tiger and a white tiger. It's weird. I had a dream about me dreaming about a white tiger, and that white tiger was sitting right there in front of my bed, and I was scared. I was shook to death. I was in shock, like I couldn't move. And that white tiger started to talk, and I just jumped. And then that white tiger, it was just like, oh, okay, he's calm. That white tiger, it had like a white aura around it, like I don't want to say a halo, but I think it was God, in the form of God. The white tiger came over and talked to me, and when he came down from where he was, I don't know where he was sitting at, but when he came down and talked to me, he got bigger. So I'm just looking at this white tiger, and I'm like, why are you here? And the white tiger said to me, he was like, you gotta move. He was like, you gotta make a decision. He was like, but something in that nature, not verbatim, but he was like, you gotta make a move. You gotta decide what you're gonna do. But whatever you do, you will be okay. And then he said something about always remember that you got the power to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm just like, I'm just getting chills just thinking about it. Like, oh my God, that white tiger, whatever it was saying to me in that nature, it was just so like he was speaking directly into me. He was speaking directly. He looked into my eyes and everything. And then I woke up. It was just still. It was very still. It was just like as if the tiger was really there, but the spirit put it in my head that it was a dream about me having a dream about a tiger. But I think that tiger was really there talking to me. But yeah, it's a lot. Long story short, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm looking forward to this next chapter 2020 has for me, and I'm ready. And I will see y'all later until the next time. I'll give y'all some updates, and I'm pretty sure that there'll be some great ones. All right. Love y'all. Peace.